12 o'clock on the dot now, and the father of the accused Apalachee High School shooter returned to a Barrow County courtroom this morning for a hearing. His attorneys wanted the father's indictment to be dropped, and they asked the judge to reconsider their change of venue motion. Fox 5's Tyler Fingard was in the courtroom for it all. He is live at the Barrow County Courthouse with the details. Tyler, another high-profile case here.
Yeah, Alex, good afternoon to you. Today's motions hearing came less than 3 months before Colin Gray, the father of the accused Apalachee High School shooter, is set to stand trial. And today was mostly focused on a motion by the defense to get the indictment thrown out. We had a camera inside the courtroom. I want to show you that video. Colin Gray's attorneys believe the indictment against their client should be thrown out or redrafted. They argue all 29 charges Colin faces, including second-degree murder and cruelty to children, are unconstitutional because they are legally vague and fail to properly allege key elements of the crime. Colin's son Colt is accused of killing 4 people and wounding even more when he opened fire on Apalachee High School's campus last September. The indictment accuses the father of criminal negligence for allowing his son Colt access to a gun, even after receiving sufficient warning that the teen could pose a danger. Colin's attorneys also went after prosecutors, saying they don't know what that sufficient warning was, who gave it, or when. Prosecutors fired back, saying the indictment meets legal standards. They argued it clearly outlines the defendant's failure to act after warnings and says the negligence led to multiple deaths. They added that Georgia law does not require every detail to be included in an indictment, and certain things are up to a jury to decide. No ruling was made, but take a listen to what both sides had to say.
If the defendant has sufficient warning that his son was dangerous, then he should have taken his AR-15 style rifle away from him. And not doing so before his son shot and killed multiple people is criminally negligent.
The indictment lacks specificity as to material elements of an indictment. For those reasons, Judge, and I think the indictment just is very vague. It does not put us on notice of exactly what we have to defend.
And then last month, the chief Barrow County Judge Nicholas Prim approved a change of venue motion to use Hall County jurors for the September trial so they can get a fair and impartial jury. Well, last week, Colin's defense team asked the judge to reconsider the decision, saying Hall County is just too close to Barrow County. The judge denied the motion to reconsider because there was a lot at play, he says, including that more distant counties like South Georgia, which is what the defense wanted, would just unfortunately not be able to accommodate a 3-week trial. And he didn't want to have to sequester a jury or even take their phones. Additional motions are expected to be filed by July 15th. That's next month. And again, this whole case is expected to go to trial in September. But there did seem to be some hints today that maybe that September trial date could be pushed back based off what the defense was telling the judge earlier. The judge did say that he would like everyone, both sides, to come together to figure out if that September trial date is possible. But obviously right now, they do still plan to hold this in September. We'll, of course, be following this case very closely, and we'll let you know what happens. We are live outside the Barrow County Courthouse this afternoon. Tyler Fingard, Fox 5 News.
Okay, very detailed there. Tyler, thank you.